It's great to be here. My second time here. So I know we want to quickly jump to the AI portion, but I did want to give you a little bit of background. So I'm going to give you a little introduction of who I am and Beautiful, and then I have some questions for you. I want this to be a little interactive, and then show you some things that are marketing focused before we get into the generative AI features. But I promise I'll do the beginning part quickly. That's me. Those are my daughters and my dog, and I'm a total startup junkie. I've been in the Bay Area most of my life, and I've invested and advised and worked in a ton of startups. This is my fourth AI company, but first it's really into generative AI, and I play pickleball. So if any of you want to talk about that later, happy to talk about that. I have some questions for you. Can you raise your hand if you do presentations internally for yourself or for your company? Okay. How about external facing presentations? About the same. All right. These are specific templates that we have that are more marketing focused. Just to give you a few examples, these probably look pretty familiar to you that you've seen in other products. A lot of these are smart slides, which I'll show you when we start demoing, but I just wanted to give you this. I would like you to put this somewhere in your mind when we're talking about the types of slides that come out when we do our demo of the generative AI. Here's just a really quick example of a funnel. So I'm going to go over a couple things. I'm going to go over an entire deck that you can create from a prompt, and there are 3 different types of prompts, and you can also combine some of them. So there would be text to slides, URL to slides, or a PDF, so you can upload a document. We're going to go over some individual slide creation, editing the text within the slide, and then images. So now, this is going to be a magic trick if I do this smoothly, to be honest. Okay, so I'm in the product. There's a lot that we can go over that I'm not going to go over today, but this is where you can see where I come to every day when I work on presentations, because I'm a daily presentation person, and I'm going to create a new presentation. A couple things I want to point out on this screen, that you can have a theme that you can upload ahead of time. So maybe your company has colors and fonts, very specific brand controls we've created within the product. I know we're not talking about AI yet, but we'll get there. The point is that you can, if you have different teams, or if you're worried about, as a marketer, that you've created a beautiful presentation and someone's going to go rogue with different colors or different styles. So we have those locks. So you can create a presentation without using the AI, but using our automation, or you can use the designer bot. So here's where, hoping someone in the audience will help me. You can create a presentation using the prompt here with any, a set of words, or you can do that with additional context. So that would be uploading a file. So let's say you had a 20-page business plan and you want to turn that into a slide deck, you would upload that here. If you have a web page, you want to put in San Francisco Giants as their URL, and you want to come out with a slide presentation that explains what the San Francisco Giants are. Everyone's looking at me like they don't believe that it'll happen, but it will happen. Or text. So again, like maybe you just want to write something, or you want to, upload or copy and paste something. All right, create a slide presentation about the Dolly. Did I spell that right? I did not. Yeah, that's right. Thank you. Okay. While that's doing that, I'm going to tell you a little bit, which is we have relationships with LLMs in order to have this happen. Probably the LLMs you're familiar with. Also, the way we've instructed our product to work is that it'll fit into about 10 to 12 slides. That doesn't mean you only could ever get 10 to 12 slides, or you can't go beyond 10 to 12 slides, or maybe you want to delete some. Another thing about the AI that we are working on is that sometimes it likes more variety than you want. So it tries to give you a few different types of slide. That's why I kind of showed you the type of marketing slides, the templates we have. Sometimes the AI, like maybe you don't want a word cloud, maybe you don't want a chart, but the AI wants you to have that. And so we battle with it a little bit to try to get closer to what you want. So pretty good, right? So I can put this into presentation mode. Actually, I'm not going to. So here's an example, and I can share this with anyone who wants to see it. It's giving you a variety of slides. You're getting a timeline. You're getting, basically, it's also pulling relevant information, but it may not be all the information you want. So the other thing that we have included into our product has to do with just individual slides. Now, you don't have to start with a prompt. You could have a presentation that you've created on your own and you just want to use one AI slide. So let's say we want to add a slide. Again, this gives you all the options of adding a slide with inspiration and examples, charts, but you also can make it with AI. So create a slide. I'm going to say a bullet point slide about, I don't know if I have to say Dalai Lama, but now you're making me spell it again. Childhood. Okay. So again, or maybe I haven't said this. I've said this to other people. If you're using PowerPoint, you are wasting your time because our product is a lot faster and easier. And we also have a PowerPoint add-in. So again, I don't know why anyone would only use that. So here you go. And again, and this does pretty well, but it put it into the type of slide that it chooses. We are getting better and better at trying to have the right type of slide come out, but you could always switch that. I wonder if I could try it without doing that, so let's try it and see what happens. Create a slide about the Dalai Lama's childhood. Let's see what it did. So I guess that's sort of where I was going, which is the LLMs are not perfect yet, and they're in motion. This one just chose to put this about his childhood. But what we allow you to do is improve it. So you can make I can make this smaller or bigger. I could go in and choose a different image from our image library. We have stock photos, we have logos, we have the last thing that I wanted to demo. Actually, no, the second to last. So you can also generate images here. So I'm going to ask for my last prompt from anyone. Does anyone want to give me some image they'd like to create?
Okay, so how about, I don't know, a panda hula hooping? That's going to be hard, right?
Hula, am I spelling this right, you guys? Jeez. Is that right? Okay. Every time you type this into our prompt, we are using, you can see it's powered by DALL-E, you're going to get a different picture. So eventually where we hope we get is that it's much more conversational. And that would be the same with any slide. So you could say, I liked that image, but we wish that, not bad, right? So you can put that in instead of the Dalai Lama. And that, yeah, I actually like the whole. So, again, we make it really easy for you to continue to iterate much faster. So you may not get the slide presentation just from a sentence, because even you may not know what that looks like or how many slides you want or exactly, but you kind of know where you're aiming. And that's where we are today with the product, is getting you a lot closer, much faster. I also mentioned text. So here again, you can rewrite the text, and it's rewriting it without me telling it what to do. But you can change the text to be shorter or longer, switch to an active voice. You can also change the tone. So I'm going to change it to playful. Again, the four sort of, the way we think of creating slides, and we've been around since 2016, was to make it so that you don't have to be a designer, or if you are a designer, you're going to get to your end stage much faster. What we call smart slides, which all of the generative AI slides come out into smart slides. it means that you don't have to fidget with sizing and shaping and making everything on the same axis, that we've done that for you, that it's in the cloud so you can collaborate, you can look at analytics really easily. Like, these things are already built into our product. What Generative has done for us is really made it so that you might look at your blank screen and not even know where to start with a subject. You can enter and have this sort of, it's almost like you have a designer in your pocket, get you closer. So eventually, and I'm not sure the founder would like that, it would be great if they could look into your brain and say like, oh, I know exactly what this is supposed to look like. But ultimately, the more you get to work with the AI and give it what it needs. So that's why at the slide level, you're going to get a lot better of a chart if you give it the information it needs. See if I can forward. We don't have a chart in here. Well, this one. So you can import data, like I was saying. So you could get data from any one of these sources, Google Sheets, Dropbox, etc. I'd like to make a chart if you guys don't mind. And then I do want to turn to questions. If I create a chart, we have a lot of inspiration here. You can see the types of charts. So let's just use this one. What's really nice again is that it's, sorry. I picked one that's not the right one. I'll do another one. So I'm going to make one with a prompt. So it's just a chart of the home prices. You guys will love this. In San Francisco for past 10 years. What I would say is we tend to get a lot closer to what people want to see. That's not even close to right. It doesn't go very far. But you can change the type of chart. You can change the that's just something like a bar chart. And then again, you can import your data and update it. Or you could point it to a website at that point. Again, like what we're allowing the designer bot to do. See if I can just show you guys again. Again, with additional context. So if you had a web page that you felt had really good data that would make this slide turn out exactly how you wanted it, you could do that. Let's see, I want to go back here. I want to tell everyone before we get into the questions that we would love for you guys to try this and take 3 months for free and use this product. I guarantee you will agree with me that you don't understand why you're using PowerPoint. And contact us and give us information that you like. Before I get into questions, I do just want to reiterate that we're kind of as good as the LLMs are, right? They are increasing their speed. We are increasing our speed, and it's how it fits into our amazing product that I'm really proud of. So I think we should go into questions, because then I can continue to demo things that you guys want to see versus what I think is cool. So does anyone have questions? I don't know the answer to that question. What I will tell you is that what we continue to do is try to improve that relationship. That's, I think, the power of Beautiful, is that we're not just using whatever the LLM will provide. We're thinking, how do we take what it can do and the content we give it and get you to a closer place? So I don't know the answer to that question, but that's sort of where we're headed. Because a good example is that, like I mentioned before, we know that the LLM wants to have a variety of slides, but your document, let's say a business plan, may not need a quote from George Washington. And the LLM wants that. It wants to give you variety, but you may not want that. We were established in 2016. Our founder sold his first company, SlideRocket, to VMware. He has been thinking about and building slide presentation software for over 20 years. And the real idea is to make sure it is so easy and quick for you to get your thoughts and your story out in a presentation format. And so, again, when you have used the AI and you get to this presentation like we have here, we have made it so easy for you to then get what you need. And again, like we have a librarian. What you guys will get when you get the free version is the team product. So you could have a team where you have a librarian, you could have shared slides. If someone wanted to update a slide, let's say an org chart, every presentation that uses that same slide will then update if you want it to. You can have brand controls, which are really important for large companies. Some of our clients are humongous companies like SAP. They do not want you to go rogue and start putting your own color orange or blue or purple. So I do mean that wholeheartedly. I think we've created an incredible product, and the generative AI is just sort of moving us closer to where we hope we get with the product. I don't think so yet, but that's a really good question. Unless you upload, let's say, a chart and say, please read the insights and put this into a different slide. I guess you could ask it both things. So yes and no. If you just want to use the data and put that into a slide versus you would have to prompt it to give you the insights, which I think is really important with any of the AI tools, right? Like you're going to get to be experts in prompting it and giving it more information about what your goal is versus just reporting on the data and giving insights. It's a good question. These are great questions. Sometimes it does give you the source and sometimes it doesn't. But again, if you prompt it to make sure that it does, it will. So I think you probably know if you're involved in AI at all, it does also hallucinate. And so you may need to double check if you're going to rely on very specific statistics. And we're not yet in control of that because we haven't built our own LLMs. So I think, again, how you prompt it. Your other question, yes, you can, this microphone's a little bit. So if you want to export this presentation, you can export it into an editable PowerPoint, I won't say it again, Google Slides, PDF, and then you can use it that way. So, and we have a PowerPoint add-in as well. So if you're in the PowerPoint product, you could then use Beautiful as well. But we like for you to stay in Beautiful. We are a cloud product, and if you're presenting, there's really no reason to download it, but people do. You can import it. I'm going to be able to find it. So yes, I'm having a problem speaking but anyway, yes, you can import a PowerPoint presentation. A lot of because I don't have one on my desktop, it's probably harder to show it, but the way our smart slides work is that we connect the image and the text. So if you have something like this, our product knows that there's an image above the text. PowerPoint doesn't. So when you import it, it's not going to fix it for you. You can't say, now fix this for me. But you will be able to adjust it and use a lot of what Beautiful offers. A lot of people do import PowerPoints or Google Slides. That's where they start, and then they continue on with the product. Or you can change this this slide. This is a smart slide, which I think you guys now understand means that you can use our tools to automate like how big and small the text is, things like that. But you could also convert this to a classic slide. And that means you're basically taking off the guardrails. So it's going to look a lot more like PowerPoint, where you can move each individual piece, but then you might end up with a funky looking slide, which is what we're trying to help you not do. There's just the quote. I was just going to take another one. So again, what's smart about this is that we're helping to make sure everything stays centered as you adjust and change, things like that. So I'm going back to the designer bot, and I'm going to say Series A pitch deck for Instacart. See what it does. Again, we're going to end up with about 10 to 12 slides. and which honestly, you probably should have no more than that when you pitch company anyway, but a lot of people do. Also, while that's going, I just wanted to show you what we have created some. I'll get out of presenter mode for this one. I love some of the features like adding logos. You can add another one. It'll keep going for you. It can quickly, you can quickly search for a logo and then it'll pop it right in for you. You can change the brand colors. Again, you can switch to a different theme. I feel like we've made it so easy for you to get what you need out of it that I can't really use other products because of that. It's too hard for me. Let's see how it did. All right, Instacart. It's still working on the market size. There we go. So I'll just quickly flip through that if you want to.
Can we add maybe one generative slide
to this?
Yeah.
Sure. Instacart.
Competitor landscape as a prompt.
Competitive. Yes.
Are we doing slide generation or image generation?
Oh, we can do image too.
Okay. So if it's a slide, I think that makes sense. We could do competitor landscape for Instacart, and then image generation, maybe a supermarket shot.
Okay, great idea. So again, when you go into the image that's already there, you would click on the image, you'd replace it, and you'd get our designer bot here. So I'll do an illustration of a supermarket. I've actually tried out a lot of the different image generators in different products. And I think ours is so much better, and you can take that image and do other things with it too. So I don't know why you wouldn't use our product. You can put a URL in where it will show the website, and you can scroll the website inside the slide. You can put a YouTube video embedded, no problem. You can also put a little, let's see here, not the animation. You can record yourself in a video bubble. Could literally do that right now. So kind of like Loom. So we've really created a lot of features to allow you to present and in slides. So you guys know how this works, right? It's just going to record me.